Greetings and welcome to True Crime Cast. In this video, we are going to be exploring the new information that has come out in the Bryan Kohberger case. Now, if you're familiar, the Bryan Kohberger case stems from the 4 students that were murdered up in Moscow, Idaho. Now, the new evidence that has come out is, so the case is sealed, but in the court hearing or proceedings to try to get those unsealed, we have found out the companies that have had warrants served against them. Now, most of the companies are normal companies you'd think of. We had Google, and we had Meta, which is Facebook and Instagram. We had Snapchat, multiple banks, you name it, anything normal, even K-Bar, the company K-Bar, Walmart, all these things were subpoenaed because they wanted to know the information. Like Walmart, did they sell any K-Bars up there? Some other companies like that. So these were all normal things. But one company that was missing was TikTok. TikTok, even though we know Xana was on TikTok, I think most of the girls were all on TikTok, probably Ethan as well, and probably Bryan Kohberger. So if you're like me, you're thinking, what is going on here? There's no way the police can be this inept. I mean, they have to know, they have to serve a search warrant to TikTok to get all that information. Then my mind took me somewhere else. I thought, wait a minute, it's a Chinese company. The company that owns TikTok is named ByteDance. And right now, relations with the US and China aren't very good. So maybe they're just not willing to work with law enforcement and they won't get that information up. And maybe that's always been a problem that we just didn't know about. But after doing some research and going to the TikTok website, well, guess what? They actually do work well with the US government and US law enforcement. So if they want something or need something, all they have to do is request it and TikTok will give it to them. So the fact that I have not seen it on any of the reports that I've read or any of the articles, I mean, I've searched everywhere. I cannot find ByteDance or TikTok in any of the paperwork that says who was served, like Google and all those guys. Now, if you can find that information, please put it down there in the comments because I would love to see it because it really has stumped me that TikTok was not subpoenaed. So as I was doing my research and going through all the companies, I noticed the very last company on the list, the name of it was called Yik Yak. When I first saw this, I thought, a typo? How can there be a typo in this official document? But it wasn't. Yik Yak was not TikTok. Yik Yak is Yik Yak. So what Yik Yak, what Yik Yak is and was that in November of 2013 it launched. And what it did was give users a 5-mile radius, a circle around wherever you were, where you could be anonymous completely. And you could say and type away anything you wanted. It could be crazy stuff. It could be normal stuff like, hey, we need a stoplight here, or we need this, or our police chief is a dirtbag, he needs to go. Whatever it was going to be, it was all anonymous. And I understand the premise, but what it turned into was a site that was a bullying site. It had a lot of racism. Illegal things were going on there. Just attacks on people that weren't warranted, slander or libel or whatever it is. All these things were happening on this site, and it grew to be a very dark thing where people thought they could basically just get away with everything or anything they wanted to do and say. So in 2017, the company was actually sold to Square Inc., the ones that do the money processing, the little Square. They bought it in 2017 to see if they could make it profitable. They only paid $1 million for it because the company had started sliding. After researching and kind of doing a focus group on it and figuring it out, during this time, a change.org petition was started, and they got over 80,000 signatures to shut the site down. Well, Square, being a financial company and not really invested into this social media platform, they actually ended up just killing it in 2017. So you would think it would be gone, but it wasn't. Later in 2021, they ended up selling this to an unknown and undisclosed company. Like, I looked and looked and could not figure out who actually owns Yik Yak now. But as of 2021, you can download the app, and it is basically set up the same way. However, I have seen online where people now, it's not as anonymous as it used to be. People, college students that have figured out a way to break in. And one college student can actually say he can triangulate within 10 to 15 feet what person is actually writing these things. So the safety and the security of being anonymous has kind of been taken away. So now you know that is what Yik Yak is. Yik Yak was basically a social media site, and still is, I guess. It's a 5-mile radius, and those people in that 5-mile radius would be able to see your feed. Nobody else could, and you could basically say anything you want and be anonymous. So they got a warrant served on them for all of Bryan Kohberger's information. Like I said, when I first saw Yik Yak, I thought it was a typo, and now I know what it was, or is, or whatever. And now you know. So that was it. Just a short video to kind of let you know what Yik Yak was. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and give us a subscribe, like us, share us. If you didn't like us or like this video, go ahead and give us a subscribe, like us, share us anyway. Just kidding. Anyway, have a great day. Stay safe out there, and we will see you in the next video.